Hi everyone, my name is Hawa Mohammed. I'm a correspondent for Coin News Extra.
All right, good day. This once again is Coin News Extra Television, and we have here with us a very special, really amazing guest, the Convexity Hub personified, CEO Convexity Hub himself, Mr. Adedeji Owonibi. It's a huge pleasure to be sitting with you, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm fine. Thank you very much. Good having you.
All right. Just to go straight to the point, we want to see how we can drill you a bit and, of course, get to know why convexity, what convexity stands for, and why you chose to go on this journey in the first place. So whenever we have first, many times it calls attention. And the Convexity Hub is the first blockchain hub in Nigeria. So we thought to ask you, why did you choose to go on this journey?
Well, thank you very much for having me once again. Blockchain, like you know, is an emerging technology. Everyone is struggling to understand it, right?
Okay.
And because people are struggling to understand it, nations are struggling to understand it, corporations around the world, banks, financial institutions, mention them.
Okay.
Everybody just believe that's a new technology that everyone needs to migrate to, like the days on the internet and all that. And there's need for a whole lot of education, a whole lot of enlightenment. That's what we found also in the era of the .com period, that we know a lot of people like, why would I interact with data? Why would people just access me directly without my consent? I don't think I will ever use the internet.
There was that reservation.
Yeah, so of course, so you can imagine those people now looking back, they were like, did I say that? Because the knowledge is not there. So I want to bridge that in this Web3, we call it the decentralized technology era, and to make sure that everyone within Nigeria, everyone within Africa, that's our vision, to make sure they understand what this blockchain stands for, how they can actually explore to benefit from it. And most especially, we've been leapfrogging and just consuming, really, technology prior to this time. So I want to see also how people can produce products and actually take opportunity of this emerging technology, because we are learning it together in the world.
Okay. I think I get the point about wanting to send a message across, to people who are yet to really come to the full understanding of all that blockchain is about. But just like you spoke about the internet, you said people were like really averse to it initially, and then they began to come up. The people who saw the future of the internet certainly must have seen something for them to say, I know you would come up. So what is the gold mine that you have seen in blockchain that has made you believe that I can invest in this one, and I'm certain that eventually people would see what I am seeing now?
Okay, so the whole technology sector have a broken system.
Okay.
And a broken system, we just got that exemplified this morning. We have some products we're building, and we understand AWS. That is Amazon Web Service was down, and they hold most of the big data around the world. People store their data there. We do, with few solutions. So that is the era of centralization, and that is what the blockchain has come to correct. To decentralize the ownership and storage of this data, so that there's no single central point of failure. And so if you understand in depth what that technology stands for, you just know that this is a natural next move for everything, for data storage, for information sharing, for money. And so I understand that is where the world is going to. I actually not just understand it, but I actually went to study it.
Amazing.
So studying it, gave me that perspective that, okay, if a school can establish it with a whole lot of professors teaching this, then it must be a big deal. And so even if we're not there as a country, I think we should begin to see how much we can help our people to live from. And so there's nowhere to go get information. There's nowhere to actually go learn or build issues. So we have startup incubation acceleration points that are building normal Web 2, we call them, the solutions that we're used to. And we don't have any for blockchain. And I think, okay, what if we have a hub where people can just co-create, build stuff around this new technology, get educated, and it will be a good idea. Okay. And we can now support people to spring up from there. And that's what actually precipitated that.
Amazing. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. If you just joined in, or perhaps you're just connecting now, this is still Core News Extra Television, and Queen Season is here. I'm your host on today's amazing interview session, where we have Mr. Adedeji Owonibi, who's the CEO of the first blockchain hub in Nigeria, Convexity Hub. We're going to be going on a quick break right now, and afterwards, he's going to be giving us in more detail all that the Convexity Hub stands for and what you can gain from it. We'll be right back. All right, thank you very, very much for staying tuned. Thank you for staying connected. It's still Core News Extra and Queen Season in here. All right, Mr. Adedeji, very quickly, who would you say the Convexity Hub serves? Who's your main market? Who's your target market?
So everyone.
Everyone.
Everyone. So I will break it down this way.
All right.
From government agencies that need to leapfrog into this new technology, to regulators that need to understand this digital asset space and how they can actually regulate it for the the risks it portends, why a lot of people are averse to it. Okay. So you want to see how regulators are educated to see the right steps they can take to actually help develop this nascent industry.
Okay.
So you leapfrog.
Before you go on, I want you to streamline everyone. Yeah. I have heard that in business, whenever you say everyone is your customer, it almost seems like no one is your customer. Yeah. So is it tech lovers? Is it people who have dealings with financial institutions? Okay. I know that everybody has one thing or the other to do with money, and technology is for like everybody. Yeah. But who are your core target market? Who's somebody who should look at this video right now and say, you know what, I need to be at the Convexity Hub, or I need to partner with the Convexity Hub?
Everyone.
You still insist?
Yeah. So this is the reason, right? Everyone loves money. Okay. Everyone works for money. All these people we segmented actually, doing one thing or the other to generate money. Okay. And now we're talking about a technology that will house the next generation of money to be built on top of it. So who do you separate? Everybody needs to just know. So when we're talking about the hub, everyone. When we talk about our products, then we channel some few products to individual. Okay. And of course that also is depending on our capacity. So it means the technologies are actually applicable to everyone. Okay. So if we have the resources and the wherewithal and the manpower to go for that, we'll continue to solve problems across every sector. Okay,
so who do you think would be major potential partners of the Convexity Hub?
So government, for instance, and tech lovers, like you did mention, for people that want to leapfrog from the former Web 2, to developing things around the blockchain. Okay. Of course, there will be the go-to place for them will be Convexity for them to get that knowledge. So we're holding a lot of meetup for people that want to do that migration to that level. If you also look at regulators, they're struggling to understand this technology and how much it affects the status quo of what they're used to doing. Okay. So policy makers, we can now have also draft things that will guide the implementation and their understanding on how best, what is possible and what is not possible, to actually regulate. So then we look at business owners that have issues with data integrity, for instance, business owners that also need some trust, that have trust issues. Yeah, and so those people can also help them first do some consulting around there and some advisory on what is best. We can also give you the kind of enlightenment to understand you actually need this blockchain or you don't, by making you pass through some few things that will scale through us to say, okay, is this ABC there? You say yes or no. We tick the boxes and at the end we tell you need to move.
Okay,
or
so
maybe you don't need to move at all.
talking in this direction, I learned that you just concluded a training. That's the A&D forensics arm of this hub. I want you to throw more light on what that training was about, briefly.
Okay, before we birth convexity, of course, we have a forensic sister company that runs forensic investigations, financial forensics most specifically. But we decided, with the understanding we have around digital asset, that we're migrating that service to purely serve digital asset forensics, or maybe we say compliance and investigation of this. So again, this is very novel, and we don't have any of such service around African sub-region. I just found somebody trying that out in South Africa. But we are, of course, the first to bring such service here. So what do we do there? Try to bring sanity to the use of digital assets. Try to also see that we can separate the bad actors from the genuine users, because that has been the fear of government and regulators. They believe blockchain, because not fully regulated, is a space for the bad actors to play without any remedy. So we're trying to tell them, look, there's remedy there. We can check who is who. We can actually investigate infractions and bring whoever to go. They're like normal financial infractions are investigated. But here, because it is a new technology, so we possess that specific skill to actually do that. And that is why you saw a whole lot of regulators coming around, a whole lot of law enforcement agents coming around, because they noticed that crime has migrated. There's a podcast we're planning to start. We call it New Money, New Crime.
New money.
So for education, we have BitSat that we also hope and we believe it will bring transparency to credentialing. So for people that have fake certificates, of course, now this is the time for politics, and a lot of people will be accusing their opponents when you don't have certificate.
It's not real, it's not original.
Yeah. So now we're bringing transparency with BitSat to make sure that any educational institution that have issued certificate can be viewable and verified by anybody in the world at a click.
Amazing.
So that's that for certificate. We also have another one around travels we call Europay, we're co-building that with a startup that is with us. That's to bring also a fast, refund system whenever your flight is cancelled or when it is delayed.
Great.
So we're using all that smart contract design inside of it with some tokens to refund your money automatically, following all the rules for delays, following all the rules for refund. And also we also want to bring an end to complimentary cards people share at meetings and conferences to something so digital with some token of reward system. Don't forget that this Web3 is all about value sharing, reward system for things you do. And so we want people that have that card to actually be able to be rewarded by building some staking, technicalities in it, we're using a token. So we're changing a whole lot.
I can see.
And I can go on and on with things we're looking to do. So we're looking at taxation platform for digital asset. We're looking at so many things, that will soon come out with.
All right, amazing. These are really amazing solutions, both the solutions in the pipeline and the ones already established. Really amazing solutions, Mr. Owonibi. All right, I believe that there are perhaps non-governmental organizations or somebody who represents something who believes that these are solutions that I want to be a part of, or I want to see how I can make use of. So I would want you to give us information as to how somebody who is currently listening, who wants to know more about what you have said and wants to know, how can I start imputing this? I need this for my business. I need this to check, my organization, as the case may be. All right, so I would want you to give us perhaps a website, a company address or something as to how we can get more information. But I want you to do that right after the break, okay? All right, so once again, I hope you have gathered a lot of value from this amazing interview. It's been really awesome having Mr. Owonibi himself here in the studio with us. Remember that this is Coin News Extra and Queen Season is my name. We're going to quick break right now, and I know you want to know. You want to know how you can get more information about this amazing blockchain hub, because I want to know too. I'll be right back. right, welcome back. This is still Coin News Extra Television, and we still have the CEO, Convexity Hub, Mr. Adedeji Owonibi here in the studio. And just before we went on that break, he has shared a lot of solutions that the Hub has been up to. And as far as I'm concerned, I feel every Nigerian has a place in all that, all the major problems that Mr. Owonibi and his team are actually preferring solutions to. So, if you are asking the question that I am asking, how can I have access to all of these beautiful products? Or how can I get to this Convexity Hub? How can I start practicing this thing that I have heard? Mr. Owonibi, please, can you help us with a website or a contact address or something?
Thank you very much. So we're located everywhere online. So if you're doing Instagram, you find us there. Okay. You're doing TikTok, as a matter of fact, you find us there. You find us also as Convexity on LinkedIn, and our website is also www.withconvexity.com. With us, you can solve your problem. And if you want,
Convexity has an X. I know you're understand, but it has an X.
Yeah, Convexity.
Convexity,
yeah,
amazing.
It's convexity.com. Then also you can also contact us via our website, send the contact us form, and we will actually respond immediately.
Great. And I also believe that if you're watching these videos, you're going to be seeing contact address, website, social media handles displayed on the screen. It has been an amazing time with you, Mr. Owonibi. I look forward to having you again on Coin News Extra. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Bye.